Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Conversations That Matter,
So, episode?
number 23 after a long, long time. How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing phenomenal.
Doing
Um,
good.
yeah. I'm doing really well. A lot of things have happened since the last time we met. Okay, we didn't meet. It's like the last time we did the
Uh,
podcast. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, Also, I think uh, the level of my English is probably going to be a lot better from now on because part of the big change that happened in my life recently is that I started working with an international company that does blockchain development. And we have to speak English, of course, because it's international. So I've been talking to a lot of people that are Americans. Uh, so yeah, I've been practicing. So that's one thing. The other thing is that I am really hyped up to share some information about what I've been doing lately, more specifically, and what the project is about. Uh, not sure if I want to do that today, but I want to do it in the near future. And other than that, it's the summertime, dude. And you know, when the summertime comes, you want like go to the beach. You want your girl with you. You want food. You want beer, and all these beautiful things.
I don't want to hear about that. No, thank you. Thank you.
No, but
Thank you.
I saw your Instagram stories lately, and it was like sunny day, and you were at the park,
Yeah, yeah.
and
No.
yeah, so you don't need to complain, right?
Of course, I'm freaking kidding. But congratulations on the job officially from the Conversations That Matter show and from the Conversations That Matter members that are watching right now. Congratulations to Stratis. And yeah, it's true what you said about the weather. But yeah, what can you do? Just go to the beach and don't send me pictures.
Yeah, I want to know, Yanni,
Yeah, brother.
what have you been up to lately? Because I've seen some of your Instagram stories.
Oh, I can.
I've seen you've been on some calls with some mentors, some coaches, some clients also as well, right?
Yeah, I can
And
see.
it seems like there are a lot of stuff happening, you know, behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you haven't been posting on Instagram, right? You've only uploaded stories.
Yeah.
So
So
I think this means that you don't have, you know, time right now to do content, but at the same time you're preparing for something, right?
all right. Thanks for the call, for the calling out. However you say that. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of things are happening right now, and I have to say that I'm pretty grateful for all the opportunities and all the different things and different changes. Starting like now, the business is growing more and more and more. The business part of the brand is starting getting better, and there is like more people, and I start like going deep into management and to regulating what has to happen and who I need to talk with and stuff like that. So anyway, I have a mentor, uh, really good, really well known, helps me a lot, and I can talk to you about what's gonna happen. Like I can talk in public about what's gonna happen and what I'm preparing, but it's gonna be freaking sick. The only thing I can say it's something based on productivity, Now, more details will come soon in the following days. It's gonna be a product, online product, but anyway, details are coming on soon. Apart from that, yeah, unfortunately, because I'm having these calls and I have to do things that my mentor is proposing me to do. I have, apart from that, a mentoring Facebook group of 120 people where I'm have to daily give advice to people. And apart from that, I'm also having my one-on-one clients where we're doing coaching. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the time to upload content on Instagram.
You forgot your PhD.
And my own shit. And I have a fucking PhD as well. Yeah, that's yeah, and the PhD as well. So yeah, at the moment I don't have time for the regular content, but it's easier for me to just post a couple of stories per day to give like a look behind the curtains and to talk about some things that I'm interested. So hopefully I have like 1 month and a half of serious hustling, of serious hustle, and then things will start getting back to normal. Blog post as always, Instagram stories more more properly, more Instagram posts, YouTube videos. Hopefully the podcast will start getting back in track. So yeah, I'm still in the phase that I'm trying to set priorities and find a way to do everything and manage my own time and my own peace of mind as well. And yeah,
I want to challenge you.
Shit.
All right. Yeah. Because I lately, or like in general, I've let's say that I've read a lot about where someone needs to focus, like how do you distribute your focus, right? Where do you aim your focus? And like most people, like they reach a consensus that they say that it's better to do one thing. And that most successful people are in general, they only do one thing. They don't have a billion different projects, right? Or if they have like more than one thing to do, what they do is they say that this is my main priority, like 80, 90, 95% of my time. And then the rest of their time, they say, okay, I'm going to try also to do this. For example, something very interesting to see, do you know Elon Musk has started a company that does the Hyperloop thing, right? They dig tunnels way below Earth's surface to build roads and stuff like that. So in an interview, he said that he dedicates around 1 to 2% of his time for that company, right? Because he has other more important things to do, even though Hyperloop is a huge project, right? So what's your opinion on that? Like, now that you have many balls to juggle in a way, right?
Agree.
Yeah. How do you see yourself like setting priorities, and what kind of questions do you ask yourself?
I'll tell you.
How, like on a daily basis or on a weekly basis or an hourly basis, like what questions do you ask yourself to say like, okay, I'm going to do this now, or this needs attention?
All right. So first thing first, I have to say that another thing that is also very useful, and at least is the principle where I'm trying to base on my schedule so I can have a peace of mind, is working in blocks of time. So for a long time, I was trying, to, just shuffle around the day, all the different tasks that needed to be done. But no, that's not the correct way. So basically what I did is I delegate specific times every single day for specific projects. And on my free time, I do more of the side hustle, let's say. So for example, I know that I have to do some specific work in terms of the PhD on my office. So I make sure that every day from 1 until 5, 6 p.m. I'm at the office and doing the work that I have to do. Now, before 1 and after 6, I manage my time in a different way. So, for example, I know that the mentoring Facebook, the Facebook group that I have to do some mentoring is the first thing I do in the morning, because I'm just drinking my coffee. It doesn't require too much of a mental focus for me, and I can just, respond to the questions that the people are asking. So I finish with let's say, the frog. I finish with the easy rock, the easiest task, so I can start working towards the more and more and more difficult. After, of course, I finish my morning routine. So this happens like that. And then when I'm back from the PhD, I do something more creative, which is the part of the business that is involved into the website, building the website, changing the website, starting finding for content, maybe shooting some videos. So I try to separate it into different time blocks and into different blocks of time. And I think that's the first key for productivity, because if you try to do everything and shuffle all the things into like a Greek salad, you definitely are doing nothing. Now, apart from that, as you said, it's true that you cannot multitask. That's a reality. So, for example, and that's something I don't remember where I read it. I want you to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and say A, B, C, D, E. All right. This will require, let's say, 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. But what if you try to say 1A, 2B, 3C, 4, if you try to multitask and do both things together, you're gonna make your brain get destroyed, because you don't have a specific focus on the specific thing you want to do. So it's important to, I wouldn't say that you can do many things. Definitely sometimes you have to have a specific big project you are working on, but also delegating your tasks into different time blocks is my way to go. I don't know what you think about that as well. Let me know.
Yeah, I'm terrible at time management, and I am very counterproductive. But I compensate it because I am also very, very productive at the same time, paradoxically enough, because what happens is when I want to do something, like when something is both important and urgent, then I am fully engaged, and I finish the task really fast and really efficiently, right? But for all the secondary tasks, and these can include, like, I don't know, like going to the supermarket or getting a haircut or doing laundry, or or like sending an email that you don't really need to, doesn't need really your attention, right? Something like that, then these things can take eternity, like literally an eternity for me. So I guess that the thing is for me that I cannot do time management because my brain cannot, I cannot focus any brain power to things that I don't think that are important, but still need to be done, right? Because there are a million things that are not that important, but they still need to be done. And that's my biggest weakness in a way. I am really bad at doing things that are not very, very important. Um,
That's quite interesting, because what I thought right now, and actually I was literally thinking about that like a couple of days ago, because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. So what about finding a way? Like, this is something that Mark Zuckerberg is doing, maybe also Elon Musk, and I don't know, maybe someone else as well, of the top entrepreneurs out there. They don't want to spend their Jocko Willings, I think, is the third one. So what they all do is they make sure to either prepare their clothes for the next day like before they go to sleep, or have a specific wardrobe of specific things, of the same things that they will wear every single day, like
I
5
agree with that
black
completely.
shirts, 5 white shirts, you know, and
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
don't need to have any conscious decision to do first thing in the morning. You just wear it and
Yeah.
go into your day, which of course has the drawback that many people might think, what the fuck, why is this Yannis and why is this Stratis war in the same fucking thing every day? What's going on?
Yeah, I think these hacks are extremely useful, and I've seen many people that have said that the first thing that you need to do as soon as you have like a steady flow of income, that's a good income, is get a chef, get a maid, right? So you get all of these tedious things out of the way, so you don't have to focus any of your attention on that. And I think it might be a little extreme to have the same t-shirt 5 times and wear it all over and over again. I think that's pretty boring. Um, but I think the approach still applies to other things. So, for example, because I am so lazy and so ineffective at going to the supermarket, I've limited going to the supermarket, and I mainly order my groceries at home to be delivered at home, right? And the more things that I can do like that remotely and efficiently without spending too much time, I do it. I definitely do it. And one of the biggest blessings of working via the internet, let's say, is that you don't have to commute. I think commuting is an enormous waste of time and energy, and it's something that I'm gonna like in the future. I'm gonna definitely consider it when doing anything, even work related, leisure related, anything like that. Commuting is a waste of time, definitely. Um, Other than that, it seems like what Joko is doing or what Elon Musk is doing is pretty effective. There are all these people that you mentioned that are very, very successful at what they do. And I think that the key part of being successful is to be able to, separate what needs attention from what doesn't need attention.
That's beautiful. That what you just said to finish it, it's just beautiful. But I have another question for you. So, you know who my mentor is, and the mentor of my mentor is Dan Peña. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And Dan Peña, as long as my mentor, you know, they're both very well dressed. So, and this comes from the advice that the mentor of Dan Peña gave to Dan Peña, who said, he was working also on the Aristotle Onassis Foundation. Anyway, and he said that dress British and think Yiddish. Think Yiddish means think like a Jew, like a Jew. So, like, you know, because Jewish people are considered to be like really good with money.
Mm-hmm.
What about, let's forget the think Yiddish. Let's focus on the dress British.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think will matter someone that might see you in a video or might talk to you, might see you speaking on the seminar or might interact with you on a Skype, and you're dressed, you know, with a shirt and with a tie and with a vest? How all these things do you think, do they actually matter or not? I'm very, you know, curious about that. I was also thinking about this very vividly the couple of last days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it mostly has to do with who you're trying to approach or like to relate with. For example, what Zuckerberg does, that he only wears like a jean and a t-shirt, I think is genius, right? Because you're biased towards him would be different if he was like wearing a suit and tie and looking corporate. Zuckerberg doesn't look like a corporate, even though he employs thousands of people and his net worth is like $50 billion, right? You can't get any more corporate than that in a way, in terms of capital and money and influence, of course. But the way he dresses is like that. I think generally, even though I do not apply my own advice, which is a really bad sign, I think it's better to overdress than underdress. And I really do believe that uh, like you only get one chance to make a first impression, right? And the first impression really matters. And incidentally, I actually read about something that women do when they interact with a man. The first thing that they do is they look at his eyes. The second thing is that they look at his shoes, and this has been like studied and confirmed all over the place, which is very interesting because your eyes are a sign of character, right? And your shoes are a sign of status. Because if you dress nicely, you can tell from the shoes. If the shoes are expensive and they are well polished and all these things, it's a sign of status and a sign of, this person takes care of themselves. Um, so yeah, that's the thing, that it needs attention. I don't think it's one of the most important things, but depending on like the kind of work that you do, like for you, for example, you get a lot of exposure, right? Because that's the nature of your business. In a way, it's very important to dress in a way that communicates what you want to communicate. I think that's very important. For other people, it may not be that important. For me, for example, when we do like Skype calls and meetings with the team and stuff like that, I just wear my t-shirt, right? I don't go the extra mile to put on a shirt or anything like that.
Yeah, gotcha. I understand what you're saying.
And I think also Dan Peña once said that when I go out, he said when I go out, my wife dresses me. He lets his wife dress him, by the way. He doesn't do it himself. Yeah. But when I'm in my castle, because he doesn't have a house, he has a castle.
Yeah, why have a house when you have a castle?
Yeah, I think he also said that he's in his boxers, or like, right? He doesn't give any fucks. But when he's out there, conquering the world, attacking his day, he's prepared, and I think you can make the analogy that being dressed up is the equivalent of when a soldier puts on his outfit and grabs his gun and goes to war, right? It's a method of preparing yourself.
Okay, yeah, I see. And I just realized something, but yeah, anyway.
Was it about your shoes?
No, it's about something on Instagram, but yeah, never mind. Yeah. All right. So do we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think it's short and sweet and to the point.
Your wish for the people watching it right now, what would it be?
I wish everyone a happy evening, first of all. And I wish that you. So, what happened to me is that I got a new perspective on how to work and how to interact and all these things with my new job that I'm engaged with. And I realized that it's so important to interact with a diverse group of people and to go out of your own way to find difference, find different kinds of people and cultures and all these things to interact with. It's very important. It will change your perspective, and it will make you think that you've been a stupid person, like a fool, to believe in a world in the way that you used to believe. Like, it's going to change your worldview tremendously if you do that, and it also opens huge opportunities. So I'd say that, like, my call to action would be that if you have, like, this person that you think, it's like, if you think this person has access to something that you don't have access to, just hit them up and get them a coffee or ask them to meet or anything like that, and get access to that. It will change your life.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And I think that we're too afraid of how the other person will judge us, or what the other person, maybe she's going to reject us. But especially, if you remind of someone, his younger self, I think they are always happy to talk to you and give you some advice. In terms of my wish, I would say that don't be afraid to pull the trigger and do the thing that seems uncomfortable, unnatural, and you're afraid of. So if you're afraid of doing something, just fucking do it. Just fucking do it and see what's gonna happen. Maybe, you will fail and you won't make it happen, but at least you're gonna get a lesson from your mistake. Maybe you will succeed. So your investment in terms of money, time, energy will worth it. But it's better to try something and fail, and of course find the beauty from the failure afterwards, than do nothing and wondering, for the rest of your life, what would have happened if, fuck what if, fuck it. Like, just do, just implement, and I'm pretty sure that results will come.
That's so legit.
Nice. Done. Drop
Great.
smile.
All right. It was a good comeback. I think we're going to be back, right?
Yeah. Now we have to.
Okay.
We have to. I'm really feeling very alive right now, and I'm on hustle mode. Hustle mode is on. But yeah.
Nice. Gary V would be proud. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been an amazing Wednesday night, or evening, or afternoon, or maybe it's Thursday morning if you're Chinese or Japanese or Korean.
Or maybe it's 2020 for some of you listen to the podcast from the future.
Yeah, so hello to the future. We'll see you all again, probably next Tuesday or Wednesday. That's debatable yet.
We'll find a specific time to do everything. No, I will promise that. We will let you know for Ciso.
All right.
But yeah.
But that's also up to me, right? So it's not Yannis' fault. It's also my responsibility. So it's a team effort. Not being live for 1 month, it's a team effort, guys. It's not Yannis' fault. So be sure of that. Right? So see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys. See you next week.